guys, welcome back to my channel Miss Mentor. Today in this tutorial we will have a look on an introduction to Java, then how a Java program gets executed, after that about JVM, and finally some basic terms related to Java. Okay, so let's get started with a small introduction to Java. Java is developed by the team of computer professionals under the guidance of James Gosling. Generally, a language is either interpreted or compiled, but a Java language is both interpreted as well as compiled language. Okay, so here as we go ahead, let's look how a Java program gets executed. Okay, to execute a Java program, the execution of a Java program, it is necessary to install JDK software in our system. So inside JDK there is compiler and interpreter both. So let's look how Java programs get executed. First, a Java program is compiled with the help of compiler, and then it comes in the form of Java bytecode. Then this bytecode is run on interpreter to execute a program. Let's have a clear understanding with a diagrammatic view. So here comes a Java program. It gets compiled with the help of compiler, and then compiler converts it into a bytecode. Then with the help of JVM it goes into interpreter, and finally it converts into a machine code. Okay, so about JVM is basically plays a main role to making Java portable. Java provides a layer of abstraction between the compiled Java program and the hardware platform operating system. Now we will see some basic terminologies related to Java. First, data type. The type of data which we insert in a computer is known as data type. Basically, there are two types of data types. First, primitive, second, non-primitive. Okay, now we will see what are primitive and not primitive data types. Okay, primitive data types can also be called as PDT. PDT data types which require same memory space are primitive data types, and the data types which does not require same memory space, that means their size, we can declare their size as per our program's requirement. Okay, so here we are done with some data types. Now example of primitive data types are boolean, whose size is not defined; integer, whose size is 4 bytes; char, it takes size of 2 bytes; double, 8 bytes; float has a size of 4 bytes, and long has a size of 8 bytes. Now we will look at some examples of non-primitive data type. Here are these. First is string, array, classes, structure, and the last one is union. Here in these data types the size is not fixed. We declare their size as per our requirement. Okay, and it is recommended that size should be in a precise manner. Okay, now what about variable? Variable, as the name suggests, which can vary. Variable, vary. Anything that can store data is variable. For example, int a equals to 10. Here int is a data type and a is a variable. Okay, so our next term is operator. An operator is a special symbol required to perform any task on one or more operands. For example, C is equals to A plus B. Here plus is a special operator and A and B are two operands. Now we will have another term called literals. Literals are nothing but any value that is stored in a variable is literal. As we have seen in a previous slide, that int c int a is equals to 10. There 10 is an integer data type, integer type of value that is stored in variable a. So here examples of literals are int, float, char. Value can be stored in variable. Okay, so here another term is keyword. So keyword is basically special words which are predefined in Java. Yes, there are some predefined words in Java which we cannot use in our programs. Otherwise it will throw an error if we use keywords as an identifier. Here, predefined words have some specific meanings are known as keywords. Example: public, static, final, throw, if, else, void, system, finally, and many more. Okay, now we will look at identifiers. Identifiers is nothing but any name. It can be any name of variable, class name, method name, class name, and interface name. Here are some rules related to identifier. To declare an identifier, we must follow these 4 rules, which are: spaces cannot be used as an identifier name, only underscore and $sign can be used as an identifier, integer cannot be used at first position. Yeah, this is a mandatory point. Integer cannot be used at a first position. And final, the most important point is keywords cannot be used as an identifier name. Yeah, the above keywords like public, static, these are some predefined words which are already defined in Java. We cannot use them as an identifier name. Okay, so here we are with constant. Constant is nothing but a variable whose value is fixed, that is, we cannot change its value. It can be achieved by final keyword in Java. Okay, that's it for today. So thank you for watching. If you like the video, please like, comment, share and subscribe the channel.